So most of the welding is there. I've got a few more bits to do, but quite frankly I'm bored now. So now I'm just making some brake pipes because the old ones, they weren't up to my standard, and also I've already done that one because I forgot to turn the camera on. It's got this horrible method, which is literally a male to a female joining each other. You know, the two flanges can crush and block, and it's you should use a proper joiner really. It's not the done thing. Because obviously the line's rotted out from there before and it's been replaced, and that's the original line which is starting to rot. So might as well replace the whole thing and do a nice job of it. So I've already sliced this out, putting new rubber ones on as well. So I'll make some brake pipes. So now we've wax sealed it all, seam sealed all the bits. So now we're just putting some new soundproofing in, cutting it all up, gluing it down, and yeah, make it all flush fit. I mean, I've already cocked up on a bit down there, which is fantastic, but it will never be seen. Which isn't really the point, but yeah, we'll get there. It's late at night. So that is the end of the footage because of the lost memory card incident. So that is the finished result basically. It is now, and the reason it's covered in rubbish is because it's now November. And I went through a period of using it most days. Well, it was my main car. Until I got a new one. But I still use it every now and again, and it's especially useful for just leaving at a customer's house whilst I do their car for the day. And apart from we had a failed ignition module at one point, it's been really good. Passed its MOT with mostly flying colours. It had a perished steering rack gator which I overlooked. No, it's all there. The interior cleaned up very well. Because I don't know if you remember, that seat was brown, and it's going brown again, but when I just cleaned it, it was almost sheet white. It's full of stuff because, as I said, it's kind of used. I know, it's great. Economical, comfortable. Does need a top-end rebuild on the engine because it's quite smoky sometimes. But I'm pretty sure it's stem seals because it sort of blew smokes after you've started it up or when you pull away from traffic lights. But I mean, the stem seals are probably 30 years old anyway. So how are we doing underneath a few months later? Well, the answer is I currently don't know because I haven't seen under here since I welded it. Well, first of all, that handbrake cable's come out of that slot, which I'll do off camera because I can't do it with one hand. But under there, we're looking rather lovely actually. Ooh, could do probably a bit of stuff in there. That bit of welding's still fine. Nothing else. Oh, that's a bit crumbly, but I think that is just the paint coming off. We do now need, I know I said didn't need anything doing to the boot floor, but it turns out it does. Because that is, yeah, that's carpet. But we'll do that one day. It's quite nice looking back at it. So it's not my best welding in the world, but it is a 205. No, we're looking pretty good. Still got a slight engine oil leak. I have serviced it and done a cam belt since then. But that is coming from various places. Oh, still the distributor. I do need a new distributor though, because the vacuum advance doesn't work. I mean, it still drives fine. What else did I do? I did the suspension arms. Pair of brake calipers. So we've got one gold, one silver, because both brake bleed nipples are snapped off in the housing and they're aluminium. So I couldn't really bother to save those. I didn't replace the exhaust in the end. I managed to just put some pigeon poo in there and it sealed it. So that's pretty good. So there it is. That's the 205.